Well, hi there, and welcome to my channel. This is Jennifer, and I have the privilege to let you get an inside look into what a breast cancer radiation treatment looks like. What I'm going to do is every Wednesday, it's called Doctor Day. I will be remaining on the table once the procedure is done, and then the doctor comes in and does a full examination just to check the skin and see how everything's going. And then I'll meet with her in the office. I'm going to ask if I can set up my camera again on Wednesday on that day and see if the doctor is comfortable. And now that I've had 3 radiation treatments, I feel like I am able to hold my breath better and use their lighting system. And you'll see their lighting system, and I'll pop in and do a voiceover here and there as we go. But this is the actual length of the procedure. Corey, who is off to the left, and then Charles. There's also Chris, and you'll see him at the end. They have been absolutely fabulous. Their bedside manner, I mean, obviously they have got incredible skill and talent and knowledge for operating this machine and lining patients up perfectly and killing cancer. It's pretty phenomenal. Their personalities and the energy that they bring to the space is one of lovely positivity, and it just helps. This was day 2, and even by day 3, I was still a little nervous, intimidated, and just hoping that I could hold my breath in the correct way and that I wasn't going to hurt myself. And I'm going to have some other information to share with you that I've learned about this machine that helps protect the patient. So I didn't have anything to worry about, but still it's nerve-wracking. And you see they do put on a nice warm blanket. And Corey was telling me, she's like, if your arms get cold, because my arms, you can't see them, but I have to hang on to bars that are up over my head, and I have to lift my chin up and to the right. And she's like, if you get cold, she's like, we can even put blankets over your arms. So when I go in my next appointment, I'm going to ask for them to do that, because I did find with my last appointment that my arms did get cold. I have this silenced, but eventually you're going to hear sounds in the room. They were playing music, which is really nice. So they do have music playing over their speakers, but since I'm recording, of course, I don't want to get a copyright. They did eventually turn it off, so you'll get to hear the sounds, but they do have music playing. You could even request what kind of music you want to listen to, which is just another nice added comfort level. They spend some time lining me up, as you saw at the very beginning before everybody went to the back. When you first have your mapping session, you'll be marked with a tattoo. You go through a CAT scan type of machine that will map out where your breast cancer was and where they need to target. Then when you come in and you are under this machine, which is the linear accelerator, imaging will be taken of you before you begin your very first radiation treatment. And then that imaging is what they will use to line you up before each appointment. So they do it first in the room. They get you as set up as close as possible. Then they'll go to the back, and there's even more fine tuning. And I'll be holding my breath to get everything lined up before they actually begin the treatment.
Whenever you're ready.
I feel like by day 3, and this, what you're watching here is day 2, I got a lot better at holding my breath. You can see the flashing. That will not be as much later on here in the video. What that means is that I am almost overinflated. I'm just under the level of being overinflated. But what Corey told me, she's like, the machine is so sophisticated that if you are underinflated or overinflated, she's like, the machine will absolutely not work. And I have a little short video, if this is the first time you're seeing any of my videos, under my DCIS playlist, where I talk about breathing and the importance of pushing your stomach out like you're creating a potbelly. So you are inflating the bottom part of your lungs, and it will fill your lungs evenly and more than you would if you just kind of held your stomach in and took a deep breath. And like I was saying, so this was day 2. I was still really nervous and not quite sure how to work with the lights. You could see the flashing, and eventually Corey is going to say to me to let a little bit out. There are cameras all over in the room where you are being monitored closely, which is very comforting. On my very first day one, I was holding my breath for a really long time and I was definitely running out of air. And at one point, I raised my hand and Corey immediately was on the intercom. And she's like, "You can breathe." And then that's when she came in and told me, she's like, "You don't have to worry." She's like, "If suddenly you have to let air out, it will cut the machine off. But you are being watched and monitored closely." And here they're just continuing to do micro adjustments, like the table is moving slightly, little tiny adjustments, getting me in the perfect position before they begin the treatment. I have allergy related asthma and I'm on a lot of allergy medication. Another thing I've been making sure that I do is I've been taking my albuterol inhaler within a couple of hours of my appointment. That way my lungs are just free and I can take better breaths. And you'll see you've kind of got some time in between the breath holding as they are aligning everything up to perfection. And usually I'm just praying, I'm being present, making sure that I'm breathing just freely and I'm not like holding my breath. You know how it is if you get nervous and anxious, you can almost tend to not breathe as well. So usually I'm just trying to remind myself, just breathe, take in some good breaths, relax. I'm also reminding myself that I am going through radiation treatments. This is just a time, it's just a little chapter in life, and I'm moving through it. I just did a Tony Robbins Unleash the Power Within, and that's one thing he talks about. He's like, you experience life by what you focus on. And I think when you are diagnosed with a cancer, you have to choose what you're going to focus on because none of these treatments are small. None of them are. They're all big. And you can hear here how they're just making little micro adjustments to the table I'm on. I don't know how well it's going to show up here on the camera, but once they're done, all of the adjustments and everything is to perfection, and then it's time to begin the radiation treatments, the room goes darker, and then a particular light will start flashing, and then that's when I know that the treatment process is beginning.
Whenever you're ready. A little deeper.
Okay, hold on. Let me redo that.
No problem.
I was not able to take in more air, but I just had to redo, and they are really patient.
Perfect, and you can breathe.
The cell phone did not pick up the room darkening, but we are prepping to do the treatments and you'll hear the sound of the machine. Then the paddles will go to another position and the treatment will begin. So treatment from two different angles.
Whenever you're ready. And breathe. Whenever you're ready. And breathe. Whenever you're ready. And you can breathe.
And now the machine will move to the next treatment location. So they go from an upper angle and then they go from a down and lower angle.
Whenever you're ready. And you can breathe. You can put your arms down, just don't sit up yet.
Okay.
All right, good job. You're all done.
Yay, round 2 down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Here's this for
thank
you.
you. Oh my gosh, it's so nerve-wracking.
You're doing great with the breaths. It is.
The lighting is so helpful. Whoever thought to come up with
Right?
that was
Brilliant.
absolutely brilliant.
They're a millionaire right now, so.
Yeah, that was it's so helpful. Thank you very much.
You're very much welcome.
Like, I'm in awe of this, like, whole experience. It's pretty incredible. Okay, ready for me to start shifting?
I'm gonna take this picture. There you go.
Day 2 complete. One final look at the linear accelerator, and I hope to see you on my day 5 doctor check and record another session.